Hey BookTube, this is Friday Reads. I'm Jen and I talk about audiobooks, and this weekend I am recovering. Last night I was up till about 3:30 maybe, finishing A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the third book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and holy cow, the thing was long. I'm not sure if I feel like, yes, it was such a great book, or thank God I'm done. It just took me so long to read this book. It was, I don't know how long it was, 20 hours maybe, I don't know. But I've been reading it for 2 weeks, and I don't do that. I don't take that long to listen to a book. So very intricate plot, lots of story arcs, lots of characters, lots of references to the previous books. So you had to keep kind of track of the story at large. Oh my gosh. And it was a good book. Don't get me wrong. She can write a good story, and an epic story at that. But I found that the main character did some things towards the end that I just thought was stupid. They're the same kinds of things that annoyed me in the first book and made me not want to read the second, except the second was so good. So, yeah, I'm undecided on that, whether to rate it 3.5, 4 stars. I think it's the 4-star end of 3.5, but anyway. Okay, so no more fantasy. I don't need any more fantasy for right now. So here is what I've picked up. In the interest of reading the stuff that's on my iPod, has been in my iTunes for forever, and I keep loading it onto my iPod, or several things. But I picked up a romance, just a contemporary new adult romance, not any big deal, standard stuff. It's Lost and Found by Nicole Williams. It is narrated by Kate Metroka, and so far so good. I have some potential issues with this book. I will tell you, it's about a girl who is about ready to start her freshman year of college. She is an artist, and so she wants to go to art school, but her mom won't pay for college until she spends a summer at a dude ranch. So this is a girl with a chip on her shoulder. She is very artsy, and she kind of makes the assumption that people judge her. So she's judging them for judging her, and that's, people aren't always judging her, and so she feels very misunderstood. So she gets off this Greyhound bus, and in Montana, I think it is, and this guy comes to pick her up, and they start a conversation. And so far, I mean, that's as far as I've gotten. Like, I don't know, what is it, like 10 pages in probably in the regular book. It's not very far on the audio, but I'm listening to it at 1.5 times speed. I may even put it up to 2. The only issue I may have with this book is the narrator. With younger narrators, they do things like they say button or kindergarten. They don't pronounce the T's in words, and that drives me up a wall. It's like, that's not how we say it. That's not how we pronounce it in English. And I know it's the influence of how our language is changing, but no, just no. And if I hear the narrator doing that, I mean, I'm DNFing the book. And I reserve the right, if I see at like halfway through that it's like a 2.5 to 3-star book, then I'll just do the same thing. It's not rated overly highly, but yeah, we'll see. If you've read it, let me know. So that is kind of my palate cleanser, and I could pick up some sci-fi. I just don't want any more fantasy, because holy cow, I just feel like enough. I do have, what's it called? A Trail Through Time by Jodi Taylor. It's the 4th book in the Chronicles of St. Mary's, and those are narrated by Zara, Ramm. And first of all, the narration is great, and I don't know if I'm in the mood for that. I love the series. It's all about time travel and history. I've actually learned some history from this. It's a contemporary setting where people go back in time to observe the events so that they can accurately record the history. So up to book 4, it's called A Trail Through Time. To say that 10 times real fast. And so I may pick that up. They're witty, they're clever, they've got great characters, they're well paced. I don't know. So if I'm feeling that, I may pick it up. Or I don't know. I've got plenty of romances on this iPod that I still haven't listened to. So I may do that. Also, on my iPad, Michaela has insisted that I read Before I Met You by Karina Halle. And this is the story of a girl, I think she may be in her late 20s, early 30s, and her dad has been in business with a partner for a long time. And so now she, even though she's grown up with this guy, she's now older and at an age where the age difference is less of an issue. So that looks pretty good. Michaela said it was fabulous, so I trust her opinion implicitly, so I may pick that up. One more thing about narration. Wings and Ruin was narrated by Amanda Lee Cobb, and she was brilliant. Brilliant. She captured all of the emotion, all of the tone. And last night when I was trying to stay awake, I have Wings and Ruin on my iPad, and I was reading along with the narration so I would stay awake. And I couldn't get over how when I would read a line and then she would say the line with such expression, and I would think, wow. It's just, once again, this is why you should listen to audiobooks. So I can't say enough good about that. And I have to say that that's what kept me wanting to pick the book up again and again and again. So anyway, that's my weekend. Tell me what you're reading this weekend. Tell me if you have any suggestions on a good quick romance. I know you always have them. And let me know if you've read Lost and Found by Nicole Williams. And I guess that's it for now for me. Let's talk about everything in comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.